Hello?
Hello. Sorry, we're back. Sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened. All right. Do you just want to jump into what you were saying
Yeah,
about
so what I was, and then like a lot of people that was older than me, they used to sit on my hood and they used to just rap and make music. And I used to be so intrigued, but I never took it as serious because I always thought I was going to the NBA. Basketball was like my first love. So when I started going to like high school, like eighth grade, freshman year in high school, I started to like take rap a little bit more serious. And then by like my sophomore, junior year in high school, I just started taking rap like serious, and then I've been doing it ever since. So that was like 2014, 2015. So it's been at least 10 years now.
Absolutely. And was when, like you said, your sophomore, junior year of high school, was that when?
Doing it for at least like, I've been doing that since like 2014, 2015. So it's been about like 10 years now.
Wow, nice. And were there any artists that influenced you the most when you were first starting or growing up at
I used
all?
to listen to like a lot of Kanye West, Common,
Hmm.
Twister, Do or Die, Wayne, Nas,
Yeah.
um,
Oh,
along them lines. Like my favorite rapper right now, I think that changed my life was like J. Cole.
oh, nice. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good one. And how would you describe your current musical style? Let's say in three
Uh,
words.
in three words, I would say my musical style is genuine, poetic, and it has a message. I'll
Hmm.
probably say genuine, poetic, and intentional.
Yeah,
Intentional would be.
that's wonderful.
Mhm.
And you've been doing this now for about 10, 11 years, you said, since then. Since then,
Mhm.
how have you felt yourself evolve as an artist over time?
I feel like I involved as an artist in all aspects, from learning how to market. Like I learned how to record my own music. I learned how to
Hmm.
book my own shows. I became like a
Wow.
better wordsmith as far as like lyrically.
Yeah, absolutely.
I had to learn my image. I had to learn my crowd, my demographic. Like it's so much that I learned as far as an artist,
Hmm.
and I feel like I'm just now developing and getting to where I want to be
Yeah, that's wonderful.
musically. Yeah.
Hmm. And what does that music process look like for you? Like your songwriting process. Like, how is
My
that like?
songwriting process. My songwriting process is basically like learning how to deal with my emotions and
Hmm.
display them on a record. So like if I had a bad day, I would learn how to like deal with it, and then like what's the word? I would learn how to like just express it.
Hmm. Yeah, that's wonderful.
So
And
yeah.
have you experienced any big creative challenges so far in your career? And if so, how have you gotten over those?
Creative challenges as far as what?
Just whether it be like music or
hmm
people in the industry that what if you
As
have.
far as music, I feel like my biggest challenge is always I'm competitive, and the person that
Hmm.
I'm most competitive with is myself. So my biggest music challenge is
So,
always be better. Always, cause when I listen to my music, I don't know if anybody else does this, but when I listen to my music, I always go back and be like, I could have did better with this, or like I could have did better with that. So it's like it's
yeah.
always a challenge, cause it's like the more I create, the more
Mhm.
I critique myself, and the more I challenge myself to be the best version of myself as an artist.
Absolutely. And I'm not sure if you've experienced any sort of writer's block or creative slump, but if you have, how have you gotten over that?
With writer's block, I usually I either take the time, I probably take like a day or two and try to see why is that, or sometimes I force the issue and I try to do something that can inspire me, like go to a
Hmm.
spoken word, or go to a concert, or go buy some water, or a museum, or something that's creatively interesting enough for me to want to take some inspiration from it and apply it to my everyday
Mm,
life.
absolutely. And do you have a project, whether it be a song or a performance from your catalog that you are the most proud of?
I can't say that because I'm proud of all my music. It's like my all my little
Absolutely.
babies. But a
Hmm.
song that I can say that I'm actually that can define how I feel about my music would be "Believe in Me." It's
Mm-hmm.
on the Mud to the Moon project.
Mm-hmm.
So if that answers your question, "Believe in Me." It's a song
Yeah,
about
that's.
how life throws all type of obstacles at you, and it'd be a lot of people that even throw doubt or people that hate or whatever it is, and it's like all I ask is for the belief because I believe in myself. So anything that's outside of helping me get towards my goal and where I want to be as an artist, I just want you to believe in me.
Absolutely, that's
Yeah.
wonderful. And is there any song from another artist's catalog, maybe one of the artists that you mentioned before, that you wish that you had written?
That I wish I had written. No,
Yeah.
no,
All right,
no, no,
that's
no.
awesome.
I would know, but I really do. J. Cole, "Love Yours." I feel like that's a everyday like mental that I take with me.
Mm-hmm.
"Love Yours"
Absolutely.
is basically like learning to love what you have and who you are.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
If that help answer your question, so it's like everything that I got, I'm happy I wrote, and anything that I
Mm-hmm.
haven't, it wasn't for me.
Yeah. And then on the topic of things that you've written, do you have a favorite lyric or one that's really resonating that you've written thus far?
All of them actually resonate,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
it depends on a day. I'm trying
Absolutely.
to see a lyric today. That's a great question. Um, I got a song called "Habits" that I haven't dropped yet. I just
Mm.
recorded it. It's a be the habit and then you get the success. So
Mm.
basically create the habits. Like success, people think success is just having a million dollars or having all the cars and clothes, but the thing that comes before you obtain all those things is creating the habits to have them.
Mm.
So like people
Mm.
want, if you want to be in shape, the habit that you have to create is the discipline to go into the gym every day and change your meal plan and choosing to go to the gym, and then you will obtain that as a result. It's the same
Mm-hmm.
thing with anything else in life. If you want $1 million, you have to learn financial literacy. You have to learn and make the decisions not to get Chipotle on a day that you only got $50, no matter what your stomach is telling you. So it's like create the habits that you want, and then you will see the life that you want. Yeah.
Absolutely. And that kind of leads into my next question, which is
hmm
what does success look like to you as an artist?
Success look like to me as an artist is my music connecting with people that I never met a day in my
Mm.
life.
Absolutely.
That's success. Success is basically 100 years from now, they still play my song on the radio, like Michael Jackson,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
stuff like that. That's what success to me is, and it's like it don't have to be a million people, but it's like somebody took something from something that I created out of my mind and my thought process, and they apply it to their life, or they just love the song so much that they play it this year, next year, and 10 years down the line. That's what success looks like to me.
For sure. Yeah, that's a wonderful answer. And how do you balance staying authentic while also evolving musically?
I don't feel like it's a battle to be authentic. Authentic is why, I feel like that's like my niche is like being authentic. So it's like showing up as who you are. People try so much to fit in. Where
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it washed their music down. If you can just be yourself, is you don't necessarily gotta have Maserati to be intriguing to people. Like people go through everyday life. Like Kanye West is one of the greatest examples. I don't know how people feel about Kanye West right now, but Kanye West is one of the greatest examples of being unapologetically himself. If somebody like him or if they hate him, he's still himself. And when he drops his albums, people still go listen to him, no matter what it
Yeah,
is outside of the music.
that's very true. Yep.
Yeah.
Um, Next section. Do you have a favorite memory, whether it be performing or in the studio, just something that revolves around being an artist and your music?
I have a lot of memories. I feel like I have a lot of memories. One of my favorite memories is being on stage with Jay Electronica. He called me on stage to
Mm,
perform
mm,
in my earlier career. And then another one of my favorite memories is actually being around in a room full of millionaires. And I had $20 in my pocket. And it's like producers and A&Rs. And I'm pulling up. I'm in the Uber. I pull up to an Uber and they got Maseratis and Bentleys and Rolls Royces outside. And it's like, I'm really that close. And I feel
oh,
like I was this close to where I wanted to be.
yeah, that is
And it
awesome.
motivated me to keep going. Yeah.
Absolutely. And do you have a dream venue that you hope to perform at one day?
Um, a dream venue I hope to perform at the United Center.
Mm,
I want
that's
to
good.
perform at the United Center.
That's awesome. And then how do you get ready mentally or physically for a live show?
Rehearsing.
Mm,
Rehearsing. Kobe got a quote that say, "Nervousness means that you're unprepared. You only get nervous when you're not prepared for the situation.
mm,
So
true.
if you're prepared for the situation, you will no longer all the nerves will disappear. So
Hmm.
anytime I get nervous, I just know that I'm not all the way 100% ready.
Yeah, that's good advice. And then do you have a collaborator for in the future?
Dream collaborator.
Hmm.
Um, J Cole. I want to collaborate with J
Hmm.
Cole, and then I always wanted to collaborate with Nipsey.
Mm,
Them
that's
my
awesome.
two biggest dream collabs.
Yeah. Hmm. And then have you had a past collaboration that you've really loved? Or like have you had a favorite past collaboration at all?
Um, collab that I really love. I did a song with Chanel True,
Hmm.
and Big Mouth Bo, and the artist named Shaky Hendrix. Them was my
Oh,
three newest favorite.
I interviewed him last week. Wow, that's
Okay.
awesome.
Shaky Hendrix?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
that's fire.
That's awesome. All
That's
right.
fire. That's like my
Uh,
brother.
yeah, he's awesome. He's so nice. Um, and then what does your I made it moment look like? Whether it be like 10 years in the future, just what would that look like to
I
you?
made a moment be that I can check my account and all my bills are paid strictly off my creativity.
Hmm. Yeah,
That's when I
that's
know I
fun.
made it. When I can get up and I don't have to clock in nowhere but inside the studio and to see that I made it off my music. That's my dream. That's my current dream right now. My goal is to be able to pay all my bills off of my music.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And how do you balance music with your everyday life?
I think music is my everyday life. I feel like all my experiences that I learned on my everyday life, whether it's good, bad, or in the middle, it helps inspire
Mm,
me to write music. Cause I write my music, all my stories that I tell is stuff that I actually went through.
yeah, absolutely. And then this is kind of two questions in one.
hmm
The first being, what advice would you give your younger self? And then what advice would you give younger artists who are just starting out right now?
The advice that I would give myself is the younger self would be stop being a perfectionist.
Mm,
Cause I got at least 100 songs at minimum that I never dropped because I thought they wasn't good enough, and I was comparing. I always compared them to like people that was in, but it's like if I would have documented that journey earlier, I'd probably be further in my career.
hmm.
And
Absolutely.
and then for the younger generation, I would say just stay authentically yourself. Um, Always follow your heart and follow your gut feeling,
Hmm.
and pray and move with intention.
Mm, absolutely.
hmm
And then what's a creative goal that you have next?
My creative goal is my creative goal. Let me see. I got a lot of creative goals. So, do you mean like musically or creative all in all?
It can be all in all as well.
Okay, so right now my creative goal is to create like a showcase or an event to where
Oh,
people can get together and expand their artists. So like in the industry now, a lot of people is focused on the popularity and nobody really focused on the music. It's like they focus on
mm,
the popularity first and then the music. And that's why there's so
hmm.
many trash rappers out right now. So I feel like I want to create a space to where people who can actually, even if they have one follower, they can actually display that their artistry and the world
Hmm.
can see it without them being popular or known to anybody.
Hmm. Absolutely, yeah, that's wonderful advice. And then before at the start of the interview, you briefly mentioned having to, book shows yourself. So how do you navigate the business side of being an artist and then balance that with the music side?
So I balance it. Honestly, I tell myself every day, like, I really wish I had somebody to do this so I can focus more on the music. But
Hmm.
I really, I just reach out. It's all about networking and being a good person and showing up and being on time and advocating for yourself.
Hmm.
So it's time consuming, but it's worth it because it's like my mama used to always tell me you gotta do it until somebody else can do it for you.
Hmm. Yeah, of course.
So in the business aspect on the business world, for anybody who don't know what that means, it's like people be so thirsty to get a manager or be so thirsty to
Mm,
get other people to work for them, but it's like, what is the purpose of the manager if you don't have nothing going? You have to create a system for yourself for other people to fit in a system instead of trying to get somebody to create the system for you.
yeah, it's very true. It's very true. And then, what if there's one thing that your listeners take away from your music? What do you hope that that is?
Basically, dream big, believe in
Mm,
yourself, and stay 10 toes behind everything that you believe in.
mm, hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No matter if the people that you love the closest or the people that you value the most don't even see your vision.
Hmm.
Just allow
Yeah.
that. Allow what your own spirit is telling you to take over. Even on the
Yeah.
days when it get hard and the days when you start to believe the naysayers and the doubters, just keep going. Because it's a reason why that's been on your heart, and that's the reason why God chose you to do that.
Hmm. Absolutely. And then just wrapping up, I have a few this or that questions, just kind of
Hmm.
super fast. Okay, so studio session or live performance?
That's hard. Can it be like a like an intimate live performance?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'll take that because I
Okay.
like intimate spaces. I like to be able to connect with people.
Hmm. Yeah, those are the best. Okay, and then do you prefer, well, now I think I know the answer to this, solo show or a festival stage?
Right now, a festival stage.
Hmm.
On the
Love.
usual, it'll be a solo show, but one of my goals is by next summer I'll be on a festival. I'll be in a festival.
Absolutely. And then would you rather collaborate with a big name or kind of just stay independent and have all your tracks to yourself?
I would rather collaborate with a big name because I've been staying
Hmm.
independent now. On my tracks to myself, but a big name, I'll do that because I pick
Hmm.
J Cole in a heartbeat.
Absolutely. And
Hmm.
then last one, would you rather be creating in the studio or a live performance?
Um, a live performance.
Mm,
Yeah,
absolutely.
like an intimate setting, live performance. Yeah.
Hmm. And then
That's it.
I have one, sorry?
I'm listening.
Oh, okay. I have one more question for you, and that is what does ambition mean to you?
Ambition means when your brain get distracted, when your brain come up with obstacles on what not to do, your
Hmm.
body and your heart keep striving. It's like a basketball mentality, like the Kobe mentality, basically. Like when,
Hmm.
cause your brain can trick you and tell you like this is the most, this all you got, this all you got,
Hmm.
this all you got, and you keep
Yeah.
going, but your heart and your body can still keep going, cause your body follow what your brain tell it. So you
Hmm.
have to condition your brain. You have to condition your brain to keep going, even when it get hard. Even when you feel like you hit rock bottom or you feel like you hit your peak, there's always more. And I
Hmm.
feel like that's what ambition is with your music. Even though you feel like you done made your best song, it's always a better song. Even if you feel like you did your biggest stage, it's always a bigger stage. Even when you feel like you reached 1 million people or you reached a lot of people that's for you, there's always more. And the moment that you limit yourself and feel like you hit the finish line is the moment where you start to fall.
Hmm. Absolutely. That's a great answer.
Yeah.
And before we wrap up, is there anything exciting that you'd like to share with our audience? Any upcoming projects they should keep an eye out for?
Yeah, I'm working on Mud to the Moon too. I didn't
All
come up with a
right.
date yet, but Mud to the Moon too is coming out.
All right. We'll be sure to keep an eye out for that. And before we say goodbye, where can our viewers find you to stay updated with you?
You can follow me on all platforms, especially here at the real underscore 30YE. Or you can follow me on all platforms at 30YE, every
Mm.
platform.
All
If you're a
right.
first listener, I would recommend you to listen to Mud to the Moon. And then if who's ever listening, I would love for them to give me feedback or if they like it, DM me, let me know I'm not a stranger. Let me know what you like, what you don't like.
Mhm. Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Boye. It's
All
been an
right.
absolute pleasure talking with you, and thank you all for joining in. Don't forget to follow 3OYE on Instagram and Ambitious Entertainment for more content. Until next time, take care,
Until
everybody.
next time. Thank you for having me.
Bye. Thank you. Thank
Bye.
you for talking.